Hi, I'm Dave Paraskevich with Behler-Young. Today we're going to discuss configuring or reconfiguring the VFD or variable frequency drives in the larger Bryant Rooftop units. Why would we reconfigure? On occasion, one of the drives might come out of the factory with configuration incorrect, or there might be an update, as we have, we'll talk about. Or if I'm replacing the drive, I have a drive fail and I need to replace it, the new drive is not going to be coming fully configured. So what we're going to do is talk about how to configure these drives and the tools that are necessary for doing it. First thing we need to do is get a Allen Bradley HVAC keypad for the drives. Now the drives do not come with a keypad, so we're going to need this kit. This is a CRD ISKIT 001A00. In this kit comes everything we're going to need. We have the drive or keypad, we have the Cat 5 cable, and we also have the most important part, instructions. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find the unit that we're working with to determine what our configuration should be. So in this book, towards the back, there's an appendix of lists, and we're going to find the rooftop unit we're working with. So the rooftop unit we're in question here is a 580 JP 16, which is a 15-ton unit. So I'm going to go through my charts till I find the correct one, and on the top here I have 580J 16. All right, and this is going to give me the configurations that I'm going to need to put into this drive as I replace this drive or reconfigure the drive. So the next thing I need to do is put the drive into the VFD. The replacement drives will come with the VFD installed like this. The problem is this is inside the unit and you got to get your head in between the blower to try to see this. The kit, or you can acquire on your own, is just a standard Cat 5 cable, which allows me to plug into the drive into the unit, and now I can hold it outside the unit and I can work with it that way, as opposed to getting my head inside the unit to see what's going on. All right. So as I plug this in, you're going to see this is the display. The first thing I'm going to do is there's an off button here. I want to press this off button because that's going to shut the drive off from taking commands from the unit, and it's going to put it in control of the pad. If I don't hit that off button, I'm not going to be able to make any configuration changes. Next thing, like I said, I'm going to go to the correct chart in the book, and now I have to figure out which line of information I need to use. I need the model number off the VFD, and I also need the model number off the blower motor. All right. Now this is an Allen Bradley or ABB VFD. I don't care about their model number. I need the actual Bryant part number, which is listed right here. You can always tell the Bryant number because it's going to start with an HK. And the motor is going to also have a Bryant number, which in this particular case was an HD58. So what I'm going to do is look at the chart from the proper rooftop unit. I'm going to start on the left where it says VFD part number. I'm going to find my HK30 WA523, and that's here. And then I'm going to follow across to find the corresponding blower motor that is in the unit. All right, so again, I need that model number off the unit. So VFD number, the blower motor number. And then highlighted in yellow here, that's the settings I'm going to put into this drive. All right, so I got my drive plugged in. I'm going to push my off button. Now I'm going to hit my menu button. Now when I hit my menu button, you're going to see I have parameters, assistance, or change parameters. I'm going to leave it in parameters. Now there's also something called Startup Assist. When I first plug this in, it will say, do you want to use Startup Assist? The answer to that is no. All right? Because that's going to take us through a whole startup, and this drive is capable of so much more than we're using it for. So no to the Startup Assist. Now, if you accidentally do that, it's okay. We'll talk about that towards the end, how we undo it. So do we want to use Startup Assist? No. It says parameters. So what I want to do is I want to hit parameters. So I have my enter button. Gets me into my parameters. Now when I look at my chart here, the first parameter I want to come into is 9906, which is voltage. So I'm going to scroll up and down on my display to 99. So you see we start at 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to go up to 99. Now I'm into the 99 menu. I'm going to hit select. All my 99 menu is going to come up. On my chart, the first one I needed to get to was the 9905. So I'm going to simply scroll down, 9905, hit edit, and it pulls it up. 230 volt, this is already set for. My unit is 230 volt, that's good. What you could do is actually check what your voltage is. Maybe you have 238, 226, and actually put that in. So I make my change, I hit save, it takes me back to the 9905 menu. My next one is 9907, which is hertz. So I'm going to scroll down to 9907, I'm going to hit edit, and it's already at 60 hertz. That's correct. So I'm going to hit save. Then I'm going to, my next one is 9908, which is RPM. So 9908, edit, 1725, my RPM is indeed 1725. Sometimes this is different, it might be 1740, so we may have to use our up and down arrows to change our RPMs. Hit save. We're back to the menu, and then we have the 9909, which is our nominal horsepower. So I'm going to scroll down one more, edit. This is 3.7. My actual nominal horsepower is 2.9. Now this horsepower is nominal. It might not be what's tagged on the manufacturer's number of the motor. That's why we have to look at this chart. So I want to put down 2.9. I hit save. Okay. And that's the last of my 99 menu. The next one I need to get into is the 1201. So I'm going to hit exit from the 99 menu, and I'm going to scroll down to 12. Okay. Hit select. I am now in the 12 menu. So I'm going to look here, and my 1201 tells me I need digital input 2 and 3. So I hit edit. This is just digital input 3. So I'm going to scroll up and down until I get digital input 2 and 3. There it is, DI 2-3. Save. All right. 1202 is the next one. So I'm going to scroll down to 1202, hit edit. 1202 is my constant speed for first speed, which is 40 hertz. So I'm going to set this to 40 hertz. Okay. Now, this motor is going to be set up for 60 hertz or 40 hertz. Okay, a freak drive is capable of doing so much more, but on the Bryant units, we're only using 2 speeds, 60 and 40. We don't want to change anything else from that. So constant speed 1 is 40 hertz. We change it to that, we hit save. Now I'm going to go to 1203, which is constant speed, high speed, or second speed. So I go down to 1203, and I'm going to hit edit. That out of the box is actually 12 hertz. We got to change it to 60. All right, this is exactly why this thing won't run directly out of the box. All right, 60 hertz. Save. All right, then I got to go to 1204, which is constant speed 3. I'm going to go to 1204. Edit. Again, it's 60 hertz. 60. Save. We do not want to go any higher than 60 hertz on these. Okay, we're not going to control above that. Now, that's it for the 12 menu. I have to go to the 14 menu, so I'm going to hit exit to get back to the menu, main menu. I'm going to go to 14. I'm going to select 14, and I'm going to 1403, which is my alarm reaction. So 1403 should be 16 FLT alarm. I'm going to go to 1403, edit. It says no selection. I'm going to start going to, I'm looking for FLT alarm. Oop, there it is, FLT alarm. I hit save. Exit. Okay, now I got to get into the 20 menu. So I'm going to hit exit again. I'm going to scroll down to 20. Hit select. And the first one I'm going to go to is the 2003, which is max amps. So 2003, edit. My max amperage on this motor is 10.6. You can see it's at 23.2 out of the box, so we definitely need to change that 10.6. We just hold the down arrow. Goes to 10.1. Save, 10.6. And then 2007, which is minimum frequency. What this is what is the minimum frequency this thing can put out? We need to make sure that's at 0. So I hit edit, and it is indeed at 0 hertz. That's minimum, so on off, it's going to be off. Okay, 2008 is maximum frequency, which obviously should be 60 hertz. 60 hertz it is. And now I'm going to jump to the 26 menu, so I'm going to hit exit again. Going to go down to 26. Select. And I only have one here, 2606, which is switch frequency, 4 kilohertz. I'm going to go down to 06, and it's already at 4 kilohertz. Exit. I'm going to go now into the 21 menu. So I'm going to scroll back up to the 21. Hit select. And my first one is 2101 is auto. Hit auto, hit save. And my next one is going to be 2102. Edit, but 2102 is ramp. This is stop fan, so the fan's going to ramp down as it stops. Oh, edit. Ramp, save. Now I'm going to go to 2201, so I got to back out of the 21 menu, go down to 22. And 2201 is, edit. Not selected, which we have. I'm going to go to 2202, which is 30 seconds. Which it is. Save. I'm going to go to 2203, edit. It's 30 seconds already. I'm going to hit save. All right, and I'm done with my configuration. I'm going to hit exit, which takes me back to the menu. I'm going to hit exit again. It takes me back out. I'm going to hit exit one more time, and it's going to take me back to where we started. The last thing I want to do is hit this auto button again, which is going to put the unit back into control of the rooftop unit itself, and we're good to go. Now, when we talked about the startup assist, if I accidentally hit yes, startup assist, it's going to change all my parameters. Okay, it's going to take all the preloads out. Now, it's a pretty simple thing to resolve, and there's a tip here, which is Technical Bulletin TIC 2019-0016. And it tells us what to do in the event that we do use Startup Assist. All right, it's pretty simple. I'm going to go to parameter 9902, which we know how to do that now, right? So we're going to hit off. We're going to go to menu. We're going to go to parameters, just like we started before. Now we're going to go back to 99. Again, we can scroll up or down to 99. So 99, I need to go select to 9906. Or was it 9902, I'm sorry. Okay, 9902, it says application macro, HVAC default. I want to change it to anything else. I'll hit edit, supply fan, hit save. Okay, this is going to put me in alarm because I just jacked everything up. I'm going to hit save, I'm going to exit. I'm going to go back in there again. I'm going to go back to 9902. I'm going to put it back to HVAC default. I'm going to hit save. What I just did is I wiped out the configuration and I just reconfigured the base configuration for HVAC, which is what we do. And I'm going to hit exit. So now it's back set up for HVAC. The initial configuration that came from the factory is back in there. So now I'm going to go back through my configuration list here that we just went through. I'm going to hit exit. Again, the last thing I'm going to do is hit auto. Now, Being this is my service tool, at this point, I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to take this with me. And I'm going to put my cover on here. But the replacement drives come with the keypad. All right, the reason they don't originally come with the keypad is because they don't want you changing configurations. But the replacement drives have the keypad installed in them. So you can either leave it in the unit or take it with you. Probably better to take it because, again, if you get somebody coming behind you who doesn't understand how this drive is configured, we sure don't want them poking around in there. All right, so you can remove the drive and take it with you. Now, last but not least is this little TIC, as we call it, which is a technical bulletin, and it's TIC 2019-0016. And on this TIC, there are some parameter changes since these units originally came out. So sometime in mid-2019, they started changing these. So if you're in doing this configuration, we want to change these few parameters because that has been changed at the factory level. So 1611, 2603, 3102, 03, 04, and 2102. So those are on this TIC. So again, you can get that from the branch. And it's TIC 2019-0016, and that was dated from 8/7/2019. All right, that's pretty much it. For additional information, you can go to either b-y.com or Behler-Young.com to get more information, or you can contact your local branch.